What's going on, guys? So another question that I get is how do I find apartment complexes for under $1 million? So when I actually shared my journey on social media, a lot of people were skeptical that it was impossible to find an apartment complex for under $1 million. And to be honest, I thought the same exact thing. I'm from California. I'm in a very high cost of living market like the Bay Area or Los Angeles, which is very expensive. And for me, the first single family home I bought in the Bay Area was $800,000. And that was back in 2017. And that same property cost around $1.3 million. So just like you, I just thought it's impossible to buy an apartment complex. If a single family home is already $1 million in California, a 20, 30 unit apartment complex must be like 5 million, which is like completely out of my range, out of my scope. It's impossible for me. But, once I started looking at a state in different markets, I was just really shocked to see what I can find. Like, I remember when I looked in Arkansas, the southeast states, Oklahoma, I was just like, wait a second. I could buy a 50 unit apartment complex for $2 million. That's actually not bad. And as I looked in deeper, I just thought, wait, I can buy a 20, 30 unit apartment complex in Oklahoma for $1 million. That just blew my mind. I'm just like, well, instead of buying a single family home in California, which maybe rents for, maybe $5,000, I can buy a 20, 30 unit apartment complex in Oklahoma or anywhere in the Southeast, like Arkansas, Alabama. And, if the average rents was $500 and you had, like, let's say, 20 units, that's $10,000, which is like double the rents. And I can, force the appreciation because the value of the apartment complex is based on the income, the net operating income divided by the market cap rate. So as I increase the income, I increase the rent, I increase the value. Versus in single family, I increase the rent, it doesn't increase the value because the value is based on the sales comps and what the market is. So once I learned this, I just said, I need to figure out how to buy out of state real estate and manage it from afar. Because I'm not going to move to the Southeast. I like living in California. And I need to build a team. And the first player in your team that you need is a property manager. They will make or break your deal. If you listen to my other sessions, my other videos, I always preach if you have a good deal and a bad property manager, it becomes a bad deal. If you have a bad deal and a good property manager, it becomes a good deal. And what's nice about a good property manager is they know a good contractor, they know a good real estate agent or broker, they know good title insurance companies. And once you find that good property manager, they build the rest of your team, right? Sounds easy, but you might have to go through 20 property managers, interview 20 of them, work with two or three that are bad before you find your one golden property manager, right? Like you have to kiss 10 frogs before you find one princess. So once you find that one, you treat them like gold and you scale around them. And they will treat your property and help you find other properties, right? So that's my goal. And that's what I teach them. I say, hey, help me find one good deal or manage my one deal. I'm going to do a cash out refinance, take the money, and I'm going to buy another apartment complex. And if you bring me a deal, I'll pay you 3% commission. I don't care. And what's nice about property managers is they manage other properties, right? They manage other apartment complexes and they might have a sense of who wants to sell or who doesn't want to sell. Or they have a pulse on the market. They're your boots on the ground. They can say, hey, Steven, this owner might want to sell. This is the price they want. So this is how you get free off-market leads, right? So, that's how you scale. And that's what I did. And it just completely blew my mind where I bought literally a 26 unit apartment complex for $500,000 off market using direct mail. And it's going to be worth $1.5 million after I'm done with it. So I would have forced around $1 million of equity. And I probably had to put in $200,000, $300,000. So that's around, $700,000, $800,000 worth of forced depreciation. I'm going to do cash out refi, pull out my down payment, pull my renovation costs, and then buy another one. Same thing in my 20 unit. I got that for $350,000 off market. Put in around $100,000 to $200,000 of renovation, and it's gonna be worth around $800,000. So literally, to me, that blew my mind. Like I can't even buy a condo in California for $500,000. let alone a 26 unit or even a 20 unit. So literally, if you add the cost of my 26 unit and my 20 unit, it's cheaper than one single family home that I bought in San Francisco for $1 million. So this just completely blew my mind. Like, um, after I'm finishing doing cash out refinance in both these apartments, I'm looking to buy maybe a 40 or 50 unit apartment complex. And, it's probably going to be around maybe $2 to $3 million, which is still cheap, right? Like there's single family homes in California that cost that much. if you look like in Orange County or San Francisco. So to me, kind of the moral of the story is just because you don't understand it or don't think it's possible, don't write off the possibility because there's a lot of things out there that you're giving up. I have a lot of people say, Steven, it's impossible. No apartment complex under $1 million. You must be lying. You're a scam, right? But I have proof that like I bought 2 apartment complexes. If you look in the Southeast, you can go on LoopNet and you can see a lot of apartment complexes under $1 million, right? And that's just LoopNet. If you go off market, I guarantee you, if you look in Arkansas, the Southeast, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, you can find something, you know, 10, 20 units for under $1 million. But you just have to be willing to put in the work, be willing to believe that it is possible, and surround yourself with people who are doing it, right? So, once again, the moral of the story is it is possible. You just have to look a lot harder. And once you realize it's possible, I bought it and I was able to scale significantly, right? Like, buying single family homes in California, it doesn't really cash flow here. It's really for appreciation. But, when you go out to the markets like the Southeast where apartments are cheaper, it's more of a cash flow market and more of a forced appreciation. So I'm buying with equity day one and I'm able to force appreciation. So that protects me in 2023 when there's a recession, right? I'm already buying the property with $50,000 equity day one for my 20 unit. And I have the ability to double the value via forced appreciation, via renovation and raising the rents to market rents. So it's safer, in my opinion, versus in California, where these single family homes I own, the value went down, right? A lot of these homes, the value went down because interest rates went up. So, I just think that don't limit your mindset. Don't have these limiting beliefs. And I had it because I'm from California, right? I didn't know what the Oklahoma market was like until I did some research and started, putting in the work and, learning from others. So once again, hopefully you found value from this video and hopefully this destroyed the belief that there are apartment complexes under $1 million. Thank you so much.